Welcome trainees. Today, we are going to discuss about part 1 in week number 34. In week number 34, we are going to discuss about the topics of 1. Chucks and chucking, 2. Mounting and dismounting of chuck, and last, faceplate, drilling, and boring. In part 1, we are going to see chucks and chucking only. Let's see the objectives of this topic. You shall be able to state the constructional features of a 4-jaw chuck. Name the parts of a 4-jaw chuck. State the merits and demerits of a 4-jaw chuck. State the uses of thread cleaner. First, we are going to see the description of 4-jaw chuck. The 4-jaw chuck is also called as independent chuck, since each jaw can be adjusted independently. Work can be true to within 0.001 inch or 0.02 millimeters accuracy using this chuck. Each jaw is moved independently by a square thread screw. The jaws are reversible for holding large diameter jobs. The independent 4-jaw chuck has 4 jaws, each working independently of the others, in its own slot, in the chuck body, and actuated by its own separate square, threaded screw. The check on the workpiece should be carried out near the chuck, and repeated as far from it as the workpiece permits, to ensure that the work is not held in the chuck at an angle to the axis of rotation. The independent adjustment also provides the facility of deliberately setting the work off center to produce an eccentric workpiece. Next, we are going to see parts of 4-jaw chuck. 1. Back plate. 2. Body. 3. Jaws. And 4. Square threaded screw shaft. Now, briefly see the parts, one by one. First one is back plate. The back plate is fastened to the back of the body by means of Allen screws. It is made out of cast iron or steel. Its bore is tapered to suit the taper of the spindle nose. It has a keyway, which fits into the key provided on the spindle nose. There is a step in front, and on which the thread is cut. A threaded collar, which is mounted on the spindle, locks the chuck by means of the thread, and locates by means of the taper and key. Some chucks do not have back plates. Second one is body. The body is made out of cast iron or cast steel, and the face is flame hardened. It has 4 openings at 90 degrees apart to assemble the jaws and operate them. 4 screw shafts are fixed on the periphery of the body by means of finger pins. The screw is rotated by means of a chuck key. The body, hollow in the cross section, has equi-spaced circular rings provided on the face, which are marked by numerical numbers. Number 1 starts in the middle and increases towards the periphery. Third one is jaws. Jaws are made out of high carbon steel, hardened and tempered, which slide on the openings of the body. These jaws are reversible for holding hollow work. The back side of the jaws are square threaded, which help in fixing the jaws with the operating screws. And the last one is square threaded screw shaft. The screw shaft is made out of high carbon steel, hardened, tempered, and ground. The top portion of the screw shaft is provided with a square slot to accommodate the chuck key. On the body portion, a left-hand square thread is cut. In the middle of the screw shaft, a narrow step is made, and held by means of finger pins. The finger pins permit the screws to rotate, but not to advance. Let's see the specification of chuck. To specify a chuck, it is essential to provide type of chuck, capacity of chuck, diameter of the body, width of the body, and last, the method of mounting to the spindle nose. Now, we are going to see merits of 4-jaw chuck. First, a wide range of regular and irregular shapes can be held. Second, work can be set to run concentrically or eccentrically at will. Third, has considerable gripping power, and hence heavy cuts can be given. Fourth, the jaws are reversible for internal and external work. Fifth, work can be readily performed on the end face of the job. And sixth, there is no loss of accuracy as the chuck gets worn out. And then, we are going to see the demerits of 4-jaw chuck. First, work pieces must be individually set. The gripping power is so great that fine work can be easily damaged during setting. And last, we are going to see method of cleaning the thread of the chuck mounting. Thread cleaners are used to clean all the mating parts of the chuck and spindle, as otherwise, the dirt on these surfaces could result in the following: cause the chuck to run out of true, damage the threads, or taper on the spindle or chuck. To boost your brain power, we are going to play one quiz related to this topic. The question is, what is the name of the part marked as X? The options are A. Key, B. Reversible jaw, C. Body, and D. Keyway. Yes, you are right. The answer is B. Reversible jaw. With this, we are completed the topic of chucks and chucking in part 1 of week number 34. I will be back with the topic of mounting and dismounting of chucks in part 2 of week number 34. Thank you.